Okay, so moving on to question 2. It's just asking, what are the balanced chemical equations of the following chemical equations? So I'm probably only going to do the first 5, just so that we can get a feel of how to balance chemical equations. First equation has NaCl plus barium nitrate makes sodium nitrate plus barium chloride. So if we look at both sides of the equation, you'll notice that there are 2 chlorine atoms in our product side and only 1 chlorine atom on our reactant side, so I'm going to write a coefficient of 2 in front of NaCl. So this affected not only the chlorine atom but also the sodium as well. So now there are 2 sodium ions, or 2 sodiums, and only 1 sodium on the product side. So I'm also going to write a 2 in front of sodium nitrate. And now let's double check everything. Now there is 2 nitrates on the product, but there are also 2 nitrates on the reactants. And for barium, there's 1 in the reactants and 1 in the product. So now this reaction is balanced. Okay, so let's do the same for the next chemical reaction. We have sodium phosphate plus silver nitrate, which makes sodium nitrate plus silver phosphate. Okay, so again, I'm going to look at both sides of the reaction. There are 3 silver ions on our product side and only 1 on the reactant side. So I'm going to write a 3 in front of this compound. But now there are 3 nitrates on the reactant side and only 1 on the product side. So I'm also going to write a 3 in front of the silver nitrate. And that also balanced out our sodium. So now this reaction is balanced. Moving on to the third one, we have potassium sulfate plus barium chloride makes barium sulfate plus potassium chloride. Okay, so again, let's look at both sides of the equation. There are 2 potassium atoms on the reactant side, so I'm going to write a 2 in front of this. So now there are 2 chlorines, but there are also 2 chlorines, so now this reaction is balanced. Four just has HCl and calcium hydroxide, which makes H2O plus calcium chloride. So I can see that there are 2 chlorines on our product side, so I'm going to write a 2 in front of HCl. So now we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogens in our reactant side, and there's only 2 hydrogens on our product side, so I'm also going to write a 2 in front of here. And now this reaction is balanced. Even the oxygens are as well. Okay, so I'll probably do 2 more. So sodium plus sulfur makes Na2S. So all I really have to do here is add a coefficient of 2 in front of our sodium. So that makes it balance. Then I'll just finish off with the 6th. So there are 2 carbons on our product, on our reactant side, and only 1 on our product. So I'm gonna write a 2 in front of CO2. You'll also notice that there are 6 hydrogens on our reactants, but only 2 in our products. So I'm going to write a 3 in front of H2O. So now both of these coefficients greatly affected oxygen, so that's why I decided to balance our O2 last. So we have 4 oxygens plus 3. That gives us 7. So I'm going to write 3 over 2 in front of the O2. Oh, sorry, it should be 7 over 2 in front of the O2. So that means there are 7 oxygens since this is O2. There's 4 plus 3. Yep, so now this equation is balanced. If I wanted to write this not as a fraction, I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 2. And you end up getting 2 C2H6 plus 7O2 plus 4 CO2 plus 6 H2O. Okay, so let's see what our junior tutor said. 2 1 2 1 1 3 3 1 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 1 2 1 1, and then they have the 2 7 4 6. So now I'm just gonna see if they answered the last 4 correctly. So 2 lithiums, 2 oxygens, and a total of 4 hydrogens. Reaction 8 has 1 magnesium, 2 chlorines, 1 copper. 9 has 2 mercuries, 2 oxygens, and lastly 10 has 2 irons and 3 oxygens. So I can say that this solution is correct.